gotta go down that. Oh no!
There you go. Woo! You can't find it, grind it, baby.
What's up, baby boy?
What's up?
Hey. Listen, all right, guys. So we are in Flint Town, and we're here with my homie. Tell everyone your full name.
My name's Korbin. You're gonna see my S13 and probably this too. This is my '87 Chevy.
Yes. Yep. He definitely loves this Chevy. So, listen. I met you just cruising around in local car meets, and when I met you, it was really interesting because not only are you an enthusiast, like a purebred Flint American car enthusiast, which is like if you guys are from Flint, Michigan, or if you guys from Detroit, the American car, America love, America, it's America out here. And the cool thing is there's a lot of enthusiasts now that are starting to come up that are also like Japanese classics enthusiasts. And other than me and your small group of friends, I'd say locally we are like the main group.
Yeah, especially within, let's say a 30-mile radius, it's maybe a dozen people.
Yeah,
genuinely.
Yeah.
Once you get a little bit more south, like Detroit area, there's more, but still, even then, it's hard to find somebody who cares about doing Japanese cars the right way. They don't have to be gutted interior shit box.
Right, exactly. And that's the other thing too that's really interesting. So like it's just an interesting contrast of appreciation for a Japanese classic and American classic. So what we got right here is an S13, and so tell me how you got into this chassis. What how you ended up with this car?
I really wanted a coupe. I wanted an OEM clean quarter full interior coupe, and it was hard to find. I drove to almost West Virginia to get my car. It was about 5 hours each way, and I picked my car up and I saved it from being scrapped. It was give or take a day's worth away from being scrapped. Mm-hmm. The guy posted it up, and everybody, like heathens that S chassis guys are, just everybody in the comments, I want this, I want that, I want this. And I had to send a deposit and buy the car sight unseen before I even got there with a truck and trailer to make sure it didn't sell.
And so basically you went and got this. Now, was that car a chassis, or was that was running, wasn't it?
Nope. So my car was interior was gutted out of it, but it had basically all of it.
Okay.
It was kind of a roller. I don't remember if it steered or not. The front subframe wasn't really in it, so we took one with us, but we didn't end up using it. But it did have the rear subframe in it. A lot of shit was gutted.
Right.
It didn't have any driveline at all. It had no braking system, no cooling system, no engine, no trans, no drive shaft. Didn't have a diff. I think it might have came with axles, but they're probably bad. I don't really remember. It was in pieces. It was close to a rolling shell as it was.
Right. So then you started to really love this car and take care of it.
Yeah.
So when you had your previous car, which ended up turning yellow, and you got rid of that, then when you got this car, you started saying, hey, I want to build this car. I have a good enough base.
Yeah.
And base to start out and build something you really want to build.
Yeah, with the help of my really good friend Jacob. He was a big guide to help me and show me how to do a lot of the stuff the right way. And teach me a lot of tips and tricks that I would have took me forever to figure out. I wanted to put this car together as a good base. KA power is enough to do what I want it to do, and I want reliability. The car is very OEM, and that's what I appreciate about it. I think the cars are the best when they're just kind of left alone.
Right.
They're a good driving machine.
You just slammed it and then give it great 90s drifting nostalgia to it.
They don't take much to be a functioning good car.
Right.
My car is nothing but coils, a seat, a welded diff, and grippy brake pads.
Right.
For the rear.
The cars are very light. They're very nimble. And one reason, actually, before just the classic markup hit it, it was the drift tax was you could jump in it, and the stock steering angle was better than most cars out there. You could take that car and you could throw it sideways and have a lot of control. So that's one thing I've really noticed about the S chassis.
That is true, and the price difference between like an S chassis and an 8.6 Corolla, they're getting close in market value, and then you have everything else that follows. Like FCRX7s, they're relatively cheap, but they're still really good options. 300ZXs, if you're willing to work on a VG, which is a pain, they're very good options. Miatas, they're cheap, they're plentiful, especially an NB Miata, they're out there. But it's very hard for guys to want to drift anything different because it's been done a million times with the same dozen chassis.
Right.
You know, those same dozen chassis perform well for our kind of motorsport.
Right. Well, that's awesome, man. I look forward to really where this car goes next. And I love the fact that you saved this car, especially in the area we live. As far as I know, you're the only coupe in like Genesee County, and probably from here up to northern Michigan, maybe there's a few others. And as far as I know, I'm the only Hachiroku. So it's interesting that these cars are getting very, very rare. Yeah. Everything south of here is different. You go to Detroit, there's a lot of, it's a multicultural city, so there's a lot of different, you know.
They're still out there, right? But a lot of them are jack stand queens. You know, they don't move. And if they are out there, they're over fenders, they're gutted, they're LS power, RB power. You know, they're a little bit more wild than I like my stuff. You know,
right.
As nice as something like that would be, I don't really have the money or the budget or the space to want to do something like that, and I just appreciate the cars for what they are.
Yeah.
So yeah, you get down south, there's a lot more of them. But like you said, they're becoming rare.
Yeah.
As unfortunate as it is, you used to be able to buy these cars for $500, $800, or $1,000 and go rip on them and not care, but it's just not the case anymore.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Awesome, bro.
Thank you.
Well, high five to budget builds for cars that are not
broke boys.
budget build broke boys. And we mean by budget build that our cars are high budget than a lot of budget builds, but a budget build for the way we've been doing them. So
yeah, enough.
Awesome. All right, well,
Spend
we'll have more videos soon, guys. All right, take care. Thank you for sharing.
And I always like seeing people come speak. And then we speak on this podcast. No, I heard people like, get on and cut it off. And I'm like, what, dude? It's terrible. There's gonna be a lot of wind noise.
So this is our camera car right here. This is Travis. He's rocking the camera car.
Yeah.
This is how we do videos here. We just go straight out the back. Yeah, it's like I have a chair. Oh no.